around what was read so that you can at least follow the conversation, okay?
Thank you very much. That particular incident impacted into my life because as a child, can everybody sit down? Everyone of you ever presented a bouquet? Have you ever? So, no August visitor to your school. But when he came, like here now today, you have a lot of old students, grandmothers, mothers that are here today, and they are all products of this school. So as children and as students, you should be determined, know what you want to be in life. I'm sure seeing all these people would also encourage you, and that was what happened to me that day. When I saw Brigadier Adebayo, I just looked up. I said, I knew he was a big man, you know, for everybody to be rushing when he was coming. And I made up my mind that day that I was going to marry a big man. So you all looking at us today, you should make a self-determination. What do you want to be? Do you want to be like all the mommies here, grandmothers here? Sitting in front of you is a girl that came to this school, Florence Ahmed, and I am here today. So you must be determined. There must be a will. If there is no will, nothing is going to happen. You make your life the way you want it to be. Your parents will send you to school, but they're not going to read the books for you. You must work hard and be something in life. I made up my mind that day when I saw that flag, that I'm not just going to marry anybody, I'm going to marry a big and rich man. And God answered my prayer.
Thank you very much, ma. When we read a portion of the book, we understood why you are this fair and why you have long hair. But we were also surprised to see that you didn't meet your dad until you were 6 years old. A lot of us do not come from perfect homes either. But when we look at you, we see how you have turned out. And we wonder, how did you... So we want to ask, how did you cope? Even though you were a young child, whose parents never married, you never let it affect in your career. This is just us. So I will know how to respect child.
Choosing the way she comes to this world. The circumstances are past, they don't have anything to do with you. If I come to parents that are not married, is it my choice? Whatever circumstances you find yourself in, use it. The circumstances of that have something to do with it. You can't choose it. Some children, they are born today and their mom died during childbirth. They took to come out that way. Nobody chooses it. But for me, what I'm trying to say here is that whatever circumstances or situation you find yourself in, use it to your own advantage. If your parents are not married, they strive and work hard to make sure that when the time comes for you to get married, you make sure that marriage works. And in the course of growing up, you have relationships. Don't let any man miss you. I think my mom was right there. She wouldn't have allowed my dad to make her pregnant without getting married. But hey, she did not. So make sure you keep yourself until that day. Men, they have 6 months. They can tell you all the lights and sweet things in this life. Don't get carried away. There's a time for everything in life. If you do the wrong thing at the wrong time, you have yourself to blame. If you do the right thing at the right time, then you gain all that is in it. So please, I have used my own birth circumstances to my own advantage, and I was determined to work hard. You have your own life. Nobody is going to live your life for you. Your parents said they send you to school. 4G. If I married a mechanic, he didn't buy me this. I decided I was going to marry a big man, and he bought this ring 39 years ago. So it's not a ring he bought when he was a governor or anything. He could afford it then. So what I'm trying to say is, you choose the life you want to live. No matter what your circumstances or passes. If your mother is a breastfeeder, nobody was. I'm proud to be the child of a breastfeeder. I'm not going to stop it. No. I want to be a professor.
Okay,
I want to be a doctor. So life is in your hands. It's not in the hands of your parents. Your parents want you to give you what they can afford. It doesn't have to be the best. You make the best out of whatever they give you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no excuse. My father is a mechanic. So good. Yeah? I'm a single. My mother is a single mother. So good. My mother was a single mother. But she was heartbroken. She worked so hard to give me the best. So no excuses from wherever you come from. Make your life what you want it to be. Take up the mark. Live your life. Be kind to yourself. If you don't succeed, then you are wicked to yourself. When you are kind to yourself, you want the best for yourself. Thank you so much. From the book, we read that to be one of the best students in your school, but it helps you in your career. So we want you to advise our students on how to choose career and how to actually make it come to reality. Because many of them don't even know what they want to do. I said be kind to yourself. Identify your area of strength, identify your weaknesses. I wasn't good in physics, chemistry, biology. So then I would say I want to be a doctor. Who am I deceiving? So whatever you want to do in life, there are things that will come before you. Somebody that is good in physics, chemistry, biology, math, you do math now. Physics, chemistry, biology, math, math. You can do anything. But I was an art student. I love to speak in English. I love to read novels. And I knew what I liked. I was no mistake in my choice of career. When I finished school, I finished my exams on Friday and I started work on Monday. There's no trick to it. Hard work. I was reading so hard when I was in school. Because I don't enjoy myself. I go to parties, I go out, all the parties, the football, everywhere, KS, I was in club, I go out. But know when to draw the line. There's a time to play, there's a time to study. There's a time to study, and don't wait for exams to come. You study ahead. When exams come, or just one revision, a lot of students, they don't do anything. But when exams come, they're not telling you they don't understand. I'm trying. Hello? So for everything that will become in life, it is about one meeting. I want to kind to myself. I want to do this. I'm looking for excellence. What do you look for? Of prominent people in Nigeria. So don't say, oh, I'm going to a job opportunity. Some people don't even have this kind of opportunity you have. So this opportunity that you have, make the best use of it. I can tell you how it's going to be the best. I'm a product of this school. I am proud to always come back here and say, I went to OLA. I love this uniform. That you are wearing. I stood on that ground. That was my assembly ground. That was my dormitory. And this is meant to be. So please, I'm imploring all of you, work hard. Cultivate the habit of reading. Read a page of any novel, any paper, newspaper, anything. And those are going to have as a trade. Read anything. When you read, you come across new words. There's she's very intelligent. Nobody does anything for heaven. You develop it. The more you read, the more knowledge you have. I am a retired madam, so I don't do anything, but I was a secretary.
Chief Dr. Mrs. Florence Ajimobi. She's retired but not tired. You can see how beautiful she looks. Very regular. The opposing it. Ojo Oluwatipe, are you opposing or supporting? Ojo Oluwatipe will be opposing, while Faith Ejiofor will be supporting. So let's have the support first. Now we now have the opposition thereafter. Particular talk is another seasoned entrepreneur, Princess Jumoke Atiba Briggs. A round of applause for her, a seasoned legal practitioner. Atiba Briggs is Mrs. Helen Etway. A round of applause for her mommy, for her or our representative. But we should say that she should just come to the front. That is fair. On how you can go about it. They are seasoned. They are. I'm Dr. Mrs. Janet Akimoladu. I'm a radiologist from University College Hospital, Ibadan. For you to be I'm a radiologist. Before I became a radiologist, the first thing is that you have to be a medical doctor. Radiology actually is a special area in under medicine. You have to be a medical doctor, after which you go for another 6 years before you become a radiologist. So it's a specialty program in medicine. Medical doctor first. And for you to become a medical doctor, there are some things you have to do. I think the first thing is you have to desire to become a doctor. How many of us want to be doctors here? I pray that God will be doctors in Jesus' name. So for you to be a doctor, the first place to start from is that you must choose your subject rightly. What did I say? You must choose the right subject before you can become a medical doctor. And what are the subjects you have to choose? You cannot be in social sciences and you tell me you want to become a doctor. You are already in the wrong path. So for you to be a medical doctor, you must be in sciences. What did I say? You must be in sciences. And the key subjects that you need to focus on. Now we usually ask for 5 subjects. The 5 subjects that you really need to focus on, in addition to the remaining subjects. You need your English language, is very important. You need mathematics, is very important. Chemistry is very important. Physics is very important, and biology. Did you get the 5? Can I echo it? What's the first one? Followed by. In addition to all, that is now we are. Some of us, how many subjects are you offering now? Like 8. At least you should have at least 5 credits, and the 5 credits should be in those subjects. Then in your job also, you must pass very well. You must pass what? Medicine is a very competitive discipline, a very competitive course in the university. You need to score very high. You need to score very high in all those subjects in the JAMB. And then you must make sure you do your job very well, and then choose the university that where the subjects are being offered when you are doing your JAMB. Then I want to leave 4 points with us for you to achieve success in life, for you to achieve your goal. Many of us, we have aspirations. Many people want to be doctors, but many people don't get there. Many people have desires to be many things in their lives, but they don't get there because they're not focused. So I want to give us 4 points today that you can lay hold on. And let me just leave this first thing with you. I call them the 4 Ds of success. What did I call them? I cannot hear you. Only people here are talking, oh. I can't hear that side. I said 4 Ds of success. The first one is desire. What did I call it? What did I call it? Desire is a burning, something that is burning in you, that will help you to be able to be what you want in life. There must be a desire to be a medical doctor, whatever you want to be in life. There must be a desire. And the second one is determination. What did I call it? Determination. That come what may, I'm going to be what I want to be. Tell your neighbor, come what may. I cannot hear you. I will be what I want to be. I will get to the top. I will not be stopped. I am unstoppable. Number 3 is dedication. What did I call it? Then the 4th one is discipline. Can we record the 4 Ds? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Clap for yourselves. Stand up and ask questions. Are you all ears? Are you listening to me? Clap for yourselves. The presentation will be done by the representative of Princess Jumoke Atiba Briggs, a seasoned entrepreneur. Permit me to call on Mrs. Helen Efwe.
An old student of this school, and I am representing Mrs. Jumoke Atiba Briggs, who is unable to be here today due to circumstances beyond her control. Now today we're going to be talking about being an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is a very big word for saying running. You want to be able to control your time. You want to work when you are able to, and look after your children or your family or even your parents when you want to. That could be a reason for deciding to work for yourself. Because if you decide to do otherwise and go and work in a company or work for somebody, then you're going to have to work according to that person's working hours. Maybe get to work at 8 and leave at 5 or 4 or thereabout. So for many people who go into business, there are many reasons for which they do it. Sometimes it's that your profession or whatever you studied in school. Hello children, attention please. As it is very common in Nigeria these days. People go to school, they finish, and they don't have a job to do. They write applications and there is no luck. So they decide to work for themselves. Some decide to go and do training in tailoring, training in hairdressing, and then they set up their own businesses. These are all very valid reasons why you should work for yourself. And then there are those who are born entrepreneurs. They just want to do their own thing. Even in school, they're already buying and selling or making dresses, and their friends like them and they make them too. So these are all ingredients. These are the factors that make an entrepreneur. I'm keeping it very simple and basic so that you children can understand what we are talking about here. You will go to school. I pray that each and every one of you would at least have a first degree. But even with a first degree, you can decide to be an entrepreneur. Or even post-school cert, you can decide that, okay, for whatever reason, I just want to set up my own business. Go to a catering school and set up your own little restaurant, which can grow into a big thing. But before I go, I'd like to tell you, there's one mistake you should not make. There's one mistake an entrepreneur should not make. Being an entrepreneur is not an excuse for laziness. Are you children listening? Very good. What did I say? Being an entrepreneur is not an excuse for what? For laziness. Good. Up school. Up school. Up school. I'm so proud of you. Now, I was saying that being an entrepreneur is not an excuse for being lazy. A lot of people work for themselves in those days because they didn't understand how difficult running your own business is. A lot of satisfaction in being an entrepreneur. When you start your business and you see it grow, and then you start employing people and paying salaries, it can be very, very satisfying. And so for those of you who would like to go into business post-school, who would like to go the entrepreneurial route, these are the things that you should keep in mind, and I wish you all the best. If you have questions, I'm listening. Thank you.
Entrepreneur, if you know you want to be an entrepreneur, please keep your questions until question time. Okay? We've had a session for our mommy who talked about being a medical doctor. Okay, so if you want to be an entrepreneur, write your question and we'll come to you when it is question time. The next person to address us is a seasoned lecturer. How many of us wants to be a lecturer? You want to lecture in the university, at the polytechnic? Let me see your hands up. Lecturer? You can't all be entrepreneurs. You cannot all be doctors, okay? At least somehow, you have to choose to impact on others. Fadino, as she impacts.
Thank you very much, ma. Up school. Up school. Up school. People like Dr. Mrs. Olaide Ajayi. She's the head of department mathematics. She's the head of department for mathematics.